Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of The Hard Choice Simple Steps for Showing Up. My name is Brad Draper. I'm grateful to be with you today. As of the day of this release, let's say recording, this release, today's Boxing Day. Yesterday was Christmas. And I want you to think about all of the experiences and memories that you have had over the last 24 hours, and then the last 30 days, going back through Thanksgiving. What have you done intentionally to make this time better? What energy, what resource, what have you done to contribute, to be of value, to pour into others, and to be heard and be felt, be seen, and to see others? You see, there's this feeling of Christmas. I think we can all really kind of agree that Christmas has a feeling. It's this feeling of joy and satisfaction and love and abundance. It's the season of giving, right? And that's exactly why it feels the way that it feels. You are intentionally looking for ways to give. You are watching people and paying attention to the things they love. And in doing that, you're being alert, attentive, aware, and you see people for the beauty that they are. You randomly give people smiles. You randomly give hugs, or at least more than you normally do. You're around a lot more people. You're around festivities. That doesn't have to stop with Christmas. I want you to understand that feeling of joy and happiness and satisfaction can be felt year-round. It comes with your intention. It comes with paying attention to those people around you, both whom you know and love and those that you don't know. Being aware of other people's circumstances and giving as much as you can. Being there for other people is so huge and so monumental. And it doesn't have to stop with Christmas season. You can feel that way all the time. It took me a long time to figure that out as well. And how cool it is. And then during this time, we have this blossoming, right? I was thinking about my money tree, dollar bill, y'all. If you go back and listen to that episode, you will understand why I have an affinity for this little plant. And I was looking at it and I was pruning its leaves off. How often are we pruning our leaves? We may feel abundant, we may feel full, we may feel thriving, but inside there's a few leaves that need to be plucked. They're not bad, they're not dead, but they're starting to wilt because they have a lifespan. Lifespan. There's no D in span. Goodness. But there is beauty in pruning the plant, and it's required. So we have this quick transition of abundance, joy mentality, and quickly shifting to New Year's within a week later. And we're into the new year. We have 2025 upon us. This is the last episode of the year. I want you to think, now we're switching gears, by the way. I want to do the Christmas thing. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. As we roll into 2025, what are your goals? Have you written them down? Do you know what they are? Are you clear about your goals? I'm currently reading the book, Putting Your Dreams to the Test from John Maxwell. Solid book. Pretty much everything from John Maxwell is solid. Love that author. Love that man. And gratefully, I can answer yes to all of the questions. But are your dreams detailed? Can you explain them to anyone, even a child? Are they crisp? Are they colorful? Are they bright? Do you have all of these modalities, sight, sound, taste, smell, touch, auditory, digital, which is that sixth sense, right? That you can kind of just sense. Do you have all those things wrapped around your goals? Have you seen your goals? Can you feel? Can you taste? Man, touch. Messing up my words. And all these things, can you do them for your dreams? Got off on a tangent there and I Had a brain fart. Goodness. How tangible are your goals to you? Now, somebody else, they might be unrealistic, but who cares what they think? Realistic is, can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you touch it? Can you smell it? Can you taste it? And how real is it for you? What steps have you been taking the last 90 days to get to your goals? If you're waiting for January 1st, you will be forever waiting. You need to take action now. What are you doing now? So this coming Saturday, December 28th, I am doing my third Misogi. You can listen to last year on my last year's event. But this is my third Misogi, and I did a little bit different this year. I actually published that I'm doing it a week in advance. And I currently have 3 people committed and 1 person that needs to check with his wife first to make sure she's okay, because we're going to be walking from sundown to sunrise. So he's going to miss the night. She's going to make sure she takes care of the kids. And putting the plans in place for that experience. This year I get to experience it with other people, which will be fun, which I did that the first time 2 years ago. But we'll be at my house. It will be on the mountainside. So lots of hills, and doing it in a 2.25 to 2.25 mile loop, beginning and ending with my house. And putting the plans in place. And then we can be proactive as we do the walk. If we need to do 2 laps because we're feeling great, we can do that and just keep on moving on. We are aiming for 33 miles in 15 hours. And that is a fairly large goal because it'll be a lot of climbing hills. What are you doing to move yourself forward, your momentum forward, catapulting yourself into 2025? So many people say, this is my year. I'm going to get everything this year. This past year was a warm-up. The year before that, I was stretching. The year before that, I was getting ready. This is the year that everything's going to happen. Newsflash, if you haven't done something different from the previous years and you haven't hit your goals this year, 1, there's still time. 2, you're not going to hit your goals. If you haven't hit your goals and you haven't done anything different. If your goal remained the same, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get in shape. How clear are those goals? How clear is that vision? How bright is it? How much sound, taste, touch, feel, all these things are in that kind of goal. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to make money. Whatever it is, it needs to be exacting. You need to know exactly what you're doing. Otherwise, you have no idea where you're going. So I challenge you to do a Misogi, whatever that looks like for you. You don't necessarily need to go walk all night. That's what I'm doing. Last year, I had a girlfriend. She decided to go cold plunge in the lake by her house in Northern California for an undocumented amount of time. She did not bring a timer out with her. She just went until she couldn't handle it anymore. And she went from December 31st, midnight, into January 1st. So she brought the new year in doing something exceptionally difficult. Super proud of her for that. What are you doing? By definition, depends on who you're talking to, your Misogi should simply just be something that is extra hard, extraordinary, something that most of humanity would never do, and something that you don't do. It's outside of your realm of hard things each year. You do it once a year. Whatever that is for you. Maybe that's a 5-minute cold plunge for you. Who knows? Maybe that's beyond what you can ever comprehend and you're deciding to do it. Maybe it's a 3-day fast or a 2-day fast. Maybe it's a week-long fast. Maybe you ate too much with Christmas yesterday and you need to stop eating until New Year. Whatever it is, it needs to be difficult. And the idea of this practice is to do the things that nobody else is willing to do. And in doing those things, you will achieve the things that nobody else will achieve. You are gaining momentum. Big Mo. Go listen to episode whatever that is, 3 or 5 or something like that. And as you build this momentum, It's like a steam roller. It's like a steam train, a coal train. It takes a long time to get moving, but once it's moving, it is extremely difficult, if not impossible, to stop. So I've kind of come at you with a lot of things, and it's really kind of boiled down to experience. What experiences are you creating for yourself? What character are you building out of yourself? What are you willing to do to get the things that you desire in life? How much energy, effort, and life are you willing to put into it? Are you willing to get up at 4:30 or 5 or 5:30 or 3:45 to get your dreams and goals? Are you willing to go to bed later than you normally would? Are you willing to get less sleep? Are you willing to work your guts out? You can't see my pants right now, but they're covered in paint because I've been painting a townhome for a friend to bridge the gap as we are finally in on our project. And that's what I'm getting at. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to do anything? Obviously, within reason. Nothing unethical, immoral, illegal. None of those things. But if it's ethical, moral, and legal, I'm willing to do just about anything to get what I'm after. Even if it means sitting down and journaling, even if it means doing extra work, even if it means having difficult conversations. Have the conversation, write in the journal, set the plan, set the goal, and win. If you have no plan, you have no goal, you have nothing. You're just a leaf floating in the wind. You're just frolicking to and fro, and it's benefiting you nothing. And then you sit and complain about why nothing has changed, and you have the same exact life you've always had. The reality is, you have all of the control. It is all within your grasp. You do not have to live where you live. You do not have to work where you work. You do not have to be who you are. You do not have to dress the way you dress. You do not need the friends, or you don't have to have the friends that you have. You don't even need to be around your family if they're not supportive. You simply need to do what you must do to get to where you're trying to go. And only you know what those are. And I know as you're listening to this, things are popping in your mind. I can do this. I can do that. I encourage you to listen to the prompting. If you've known me for any period of time or listened to my podcast, you know I'm a God-fearing man. And I truly believe that is the Spirit talking to you. I truly believe that it is within you to know all the things you need to know to get to where you're trying to go. It comes down and boils down to your experiences. If you're intentional with your experience, you can direct the ship. If you're simply floating through life, your ship is going to wander. The choice is ultimately yours. I'm grateful for you. That is what I have. Merry Christmas. Have this conversation with your friends and your family. Like, subscribe, download for future listenings. Leave me a review on iTunes or Spotify. Leave me a comment. You can find me, Mr. Brad Draper, on all social media platforms. Until next week, I love you guys. Bye.